Hey guys, what's going on? This is Levi. Oh, sorry. Oof. This is Levi Apparel. Like and subscribe. So the channel's going through some stuff right now. Well, sorry, I'm going through some stuff right now. The family, and currently, one of my daughters, is going through cancer. It's bone cancer. Just gonna come out and say it. And currently, we just having some issues. And we're just we're dealing with it, and the whole focus is just basically being there for her and doing what we can. She's going through, the processes, and we're just trying our best to just be there and doing what we can to, help her. So there's a lot that you're probably not gonna see, and a lot that you're going to see. I may do a little shift on the channel, and you may see some um more subjects pertaining to that, as far as like embroidery. I'm actually gonna try my hardest to do some embroidery. But anyways, this video is basically to let you know I upgraded the thought about making the shop from 10 by 10 to 12 by 12 by 10. That's as big as I can go. I spoke with the city and they said that's as big as I can go. So we're just gonna move forward with that. Um So it's gonna take some time to actually get it done, but I just wanted to like throw the video out there. So if it be I have time, I can actually do it. If not, then it is what it is. But just wanted to let you know what's going on. Um, and this is basically a video to just show you what I'm gonna be doing, how I'm gonna be setting it up, and then also this video is old, by the way. So this is like a couple weeks old. Um, And so, yeah, so, wow. Yeah, so we're basically going to, I'm basically gonna see if it's gonna happen. If not, I still have the shop here, so I can still do stuff here. But you're not gonna see as much videos because I may be away for like hospital leaves and stuff like that. So I may not do as much. And also upstairs, I have the girls I gotta take care of. Currently, they just watching their show, so I just thought I might just pop down and then grab a few clips, head back upstairs. Um, yeah, so we're going through some stuff, but we're gonna push through, and just have me in your prayers. Most importantly, my daughter's in your prayers. She's 5 years old, so we're doing what we can to just be there for her. So, and we're just hoping for the best. So it is what it is. Levi Pell, like and subscribe. More to come. And here's the rest of the show. I mean, the content of what I'm going to show you, basically the upgrade on what I'm going to be doing. All right, Levi Pell, like, subscribe. Hey guys, what is going on? This is Levi Pell. Like and subscribe. All right, so a lot's been happening with the channel, and we're growing, and with the growth that's happening, I need a bigger space. So I did a video and I was like, I'm gonna do a 10 by 10. The reason why is because in my area where I live, minimum for a shed is 120 feet. So I said, all right, cool, we're gonna try to do that. But the issue I had was, like my space right here, right? I got all these machines, everything going on, and I still feel like that space was a little too small, especially since a really good content creator had hit me up and said, listen, you should go bigger. So she said you should go bigger, and I was thinking about it, I'm like, I don't have to get the permit. So that's been my biggest issue. So the project that I'm trying to start, I kind of um want to set it up in a way where I do it step by step. And if it's possible to do it step by step, it'd be a really good plan. The reason being is because I wouldn't have the money or the collateral to do it upfront, like immediately. So my project is will basically be pieces put together over time. You know what I'm saying? This may take a good, you know, I doubt 6 months, but at least close to like 6 months, you know? So it's like, do I really want to do something like that and cough up all the money and try to do it all at once? If I could do it all at once, what I would do is basically get the permit. And my ideal shop is, I think, like my spacing allows me to have at least I'd say 14 feet, 14, 12 by 14. But so I don't have to worry about permit and like um people coming around snooping in my yard, i.e., inspectors, whatever. I feel like the best solution is to call them up. So I called them up and they were like, you can, the 120 feet rule is 120 feet. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, I mean, she said if you go below 120 square foot, right? That's the 120 square foot is a 12 by 10 or a 10 by 12, either way. So I have enough room to set up a 12 by 10, right? 12 wide by 10 long, which is perfect. That's how I want my setup to be. Um, and I asked her, and she said, yeah, sure, you can definitely do it. Just don't go above 120. And now that it's been made clear to me, the obvious solution is to go 120. So since I'm gonna be going 120, I gotta have a plan, right? So as I'm going to the plans, it may seem a little daunting, but the spacing, everything is a lot bigger. And the reason why I'm showing you the plans, in case you want to do something like that, you have enough spacing in your backyard or wherever location that you want to have your shop in, so you can have that opportunity to be able to do that. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna flip the camera, and then we're gonna do a no, we're just gonna, I'm basically gonna show you what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, cool. All right. All right, guys. Okay, here we go. Sorry for the commercial in the bottom. It's not gonna go away. So, okay, let's go back real quick. All right. So what I did was basically this. I decided that I wanted to do a 12 by 10 shed, and I came across this right here. Right. So, okay. Let me back step a little bit further. So I went to do a 12 by 10 to a 10 by 10 shed. It's the same thing. It all depends on how you make it. So in doing so, I realized I need a plan. And if you need any plan, the best solution is basically this, right? Go on Google, type in a 10 by 12 lean-to shed, or whatever type of shed you want. I like the lean-to because it just has like one flat. I don't have to worry about the arch. But who knows? Maybe I may do the one with the arch. Who knows? All right. The arch, I'm talking about the triangle, like on top of the house, whatever. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, one of these right here. Right. So the one that looks like that's a typical house roof. All right. So, all right. So I went to just do a lean-to shed, and I went to make sure the size was adequate enough for what I wanted to do. I don't need a super large amount of space, just enough so I can actually get things going. So now let's focus on, all right, cool. So upon many that I had looked at, this is the best one that I can find. Construct 101, find your next DIY project. All right. So they have their own website, everything going on here, as you can see. Now, this is a free PDF download that you can download. All right, but let's look at the layout. Okay, cool. This is where I want to be and focus on. So Let's go down a little bit. All right, cool. So the focus is basically hold on, just try and adjust this real quick. All right, what in the world? I just do. Okay, I went up too far. All right, cool. This is what I wanted. Okay, cool. So as you can see right here, it tells you this is a 12 by 10 shed, and then this site is littered with commercials. All right, so this is a 10 by 12 lean-to shed plan. Plan includes a free PDF download, material list, measurements, and drawings. All right, so obviously the drawings are right here. Now, what you're looking at is how I want it. I want it to be 10 foot long by 12 feet wide. And this is the perfect style. I may or may not use the whole metal roofing. I don't know. Seems to be a lot easier, but you know, I like the shingles. But either way, so all right, cool. All right, so as you can see, this is basically the layout. If you're ever getting something like this done, and if for any reason they tell you you need to have a plan, whenever you go to City Hall, you just print this in black and white. It has the layout, the opening. This is literally what City Hall likes to see. They like to see a layout, an opening, how it's gonna look like, side view, front view, and back view, so they can have an understanding of exactly what you're building. All right. Okay. Next, you're gonna need the floor plan. As you can see, it's not as complicated as it looks. All you need is literally it tells you what to get. So first you would get a 2x6, right? Lumber, 12 foot long, and once you do that, you just get everything cut to size. Now, if you don't have a cutter or whatever, you can just do everything at Home Depot. It will be time consuming, where you may be taking a lot of your day just cutting lumber and getting ready, and you may have to do more than one trips. But at the end of the day, you'll be able to have all your lumber cut to size exactly how you need it. And if you bring them this guide right here, this instruction guide on what you're doing as far as like floor plan, dang it, so many commercials. Yeah, as far as like floor plan, show them the cut parameters, everything. They'll be able to look at this and do it for you. So now you can have it all set. So once you're done getting the flooring set up, you put the plywood, and the plywood goes on. Just remember, whenever you're doing it, it's supposed to be 16 inches per. Your ruler has actual measurements that includes these 16 inches increments. So you just pull out your ruler, measure from end to end, and just mark it. It'll be easy, right? And then each mark that has a 16th inch rule, you just put a lumber in there, and you should be good to go. You will need 3 bottom lumbers. I believe those are the 2x6, 2x6 inches, and 12 foot long lumber. Those are the 3 that you have on the bottom. All right, you're gonna need those definitely. And then after that, it's just, make sure it's pressure treated. The whole bottom platform has to be pressure treated. All right, and that's to help it weather correctly and without moisture getting to it, for it to warp and all those things. All right. Next, we're gonna go to the wall. All right. So as you can see right here, everything is there. It's set. When you print this out, you won't have the whole commercial stuff in there. It's just gonna be just detail of everything that's supposed to be printed out. All right, cool. So now you have the 2x4s, right? Lumber that you're supposed to use for the walls. If you set it up exactly how you see in the diagram, you should be good to go. It tells you need a 12 foot. What in the world? These commercials going crazy. It tells you're going to need. Come on now. Yeah, it tells you're going to need the 12 foot long by, looks like 7 foot by 4.5 inches um, long lumber. And like I said, everything can be cut to proper sizing at Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you have a home crafting shop. You do not need to worry about cutting any of these yourself. Once you get everything cut to size correctly, then you just take your lumber and you bring it. What I would do is this, right? As you getting them cut, align them correctly at Home Depot or wherever you have your lumber location. So that way you can number everything and give it like a category. So this side would be like wall. Front, obviously you see this side right here that has the door opening and the window opening, right? So this would be front wall. So I'd put FW on every single one of these lumber. And then on top of that, I would put so all the way to the right, I'd put right lumber, left lumber, middle lumber, all those stuff to just indicate where all the pieces go. So when you get to your prospective location where you would put this together, it's easy. It's like a puzzle piece. You just put everything accordingly and you should be good to go. And if you have a diagram to help you, like this one, it's even better. All right, next is all right, cool. Next is the other wall. So this is basically how the other walls are going to look like. 24 inches each, right? So you're going to need a bottom, a side, but either way, what you want to do is label these the same thing, right? So you want to do, let's say this is the right side or left side, right? So you put left or right, front or, I mean, back, side, one, side two, back, whatever you want to do. That way you have everything properly set up. All right. Remember, you can do all your cuts at Home Depot, and it tells you cut two 2x4s to 12 foot long, right? And then it gives you other parameters for everything else, so you can be all set. Okay. As you scroll down, you have framing for the other side wall. Okay. As you continue, what you'll see is these commercials getting ridiculous. Nope, don't want that. All right. Either way, we're going to get through this. Don't mind the commercials. All right. So now when you put everything together, this is how it will look. All right. As you can see right here, you got the entrance, you got the side, and then you got the walls front and back. All right. Okay. As you continue, it tells you to do what is called, so these are the rafters. The rafters are basically what goes on top of the shed to basically create the roof. And you have to create what is called the bird's mouth. It even tells you how to create the bird's mouth. I doubt you'd be able to do this at Home Depot, but if you have a circle saw, you should be all set to go. But you can always ask them, and they might just help you along. Again, all this can be done at a hardware store to help you out. All right, cool. So now we're gonna scroll down to basically, it says cut the rafter end as shown on illustration above. All right, so we already saw the illustration above, and after you cut the rafters, this is how they look like. They'll each be 24 inch, right? So basically 2 foot wide each way, and it tells you how many rafters you need. If you don't want to read, you want to just look at the pictures, you could just look at the pictures right there. It shows you how to line them up, where to line them up, and how to get them all set. All right. After you're done, it tells you to put another 2x4 in between them, right? And okay, cool. So everything's right there. All the instructions are right there. Pardon me. All right. Dang, these commercials won't stop. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, cool. So there it is right there. All the information you need. Again, when you print these, you will not have any of these commercials on it. So you should be all set. It's just going to give you the printout, everything you need. All right. So get rid of that. All right, cool. So after you're done with the rafters on top and you put the 2x4 blocking, right, which is basically cut out of 2x4s in between each 24-inch spacing, right, to give you a more secure feel. Okay, cool. Next is siding. All right. So it shows you how to cut and measure the sidings. And then when you're done, you have something like this, right? Where you can put all the sidings around. Now you have a structure. You have the door, you have the windows, and then the roof is coming up. All right. Okay, cool. So now that you have the siding, the roof is next. Measurement for the roof is already set. What you didn't have to do is, it looks like you have to add another 2x4 on top. The reason why is to give it more stability, give it more strength, and also to catch the plywood that you're going to put on top of it also. All right. For the roofing materials. So right here shows you the cut on how to get everything set to the proper parameters and specs that you may need. Again, like I said, all these cuts can happen at wherever your hardware store is, or if you have a circle saw or any tools to help you. I have acquired a lot of tools to help me to do this because, you know what, in the future, I may plan on trying to do this for somebody and see maybe if I can make something out of it, because all the tools I purchased, I want to get my money back. So best way to get the money back is by doing this with somebody. All right, cool. So all the illustration is here on how to do everything. Next is the door. Now, it didn't really show how to set up the door, but in my opinion, if you can and you have the right measurement, it's best to just create buy your own door, like one of those regular manufactured doors, and just put it yourself. Because these barn doors, they're not as secure as you think. So in my opinion, it's best to just get a regular door if you can that fits the spacing that you have, right? Okay, cool. So now this is basically how it looks like, completely done, and there you go. And if you need to download it, you could download it. There's other templates and things that you can download, how to create your own chair, bench, patio chair, and then other types of lean-to sheds, you know, even a picnic table. So this is a really good site and it's very helpful. There's even the 8x10 shed right here. So again, sorry about this, scrolling too fast. Again, this is the lean-to shed. Let's go a little bit, make it smaller. Yeah, so this is the lean-to shed, and hopefully we get this going. I would love to push this out so the channel can move forward. But first thing first is getting the foundation set. And then once we have the foundation set, we're going to do the flooring. All right. So right now, focus is basically getting enough lumber, enough material, enough money to purchase the lumber needed for the floor. All right. Levi Apparel, like and subscribe. All right, cool. So now we're outside. What I'm doing right now, I'm basically showing you what a 12 by 10 looks like. Let me try to see if I can angle the camera so you can see it down. All right, cool. So, all right. Sorry about that. All right, so now you see me, right? So as you can see, there's a lot of space, right? I'm getting as close as I can right now. So it's a lot of space, right? You look sideways, but it's hard to see it without it being actually built. But once the my plan is basically to put a 2x4 here, um, going from 10 foot wide, I mean long, and then take another 2x4, 12 foot, right? 12 foot long, place it there, and then just repeating the step on all. See, one, two, right? So just repeating the step to make four corners. And once I have these four corners set up, then I'm gonna dig and then remove all this grass so I can like put gravel, and eventually I may or may not put like metal meshing, but who knows? If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. But either way, I'm gonna make sure I have a way that actually I already do. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pause. Okay, so I wanted to create a basketball court for my son. Not really a court, more like a place where he can play. So his father-in-law, I mean, my father-in-law, his grandfather, had gotten him this, right? And hold on, yeah. So his grandfather had gotten him this basketball court, right? Now I needed to create a platform where he can play. So what I did was I took a 8x8. I made an 8x8 section, and all I did was I removed the dirt. I put in the 2x4s, and currently I'm about to go get some more gravel so I can fill this up. But this is basically gonna be the setting for on the other side where I'm actually gonna be doing putting the shed. So removing the dirt, leveling it, adding gravel, and then eventually pouring cement, right? So that's basically the structure. All right, cool. So that's basically the structure set up behind this right here. I'm gonna do just like I did with the basketball court that's over there. I'm gonna remove the grass, the some of the soil, and then make it deep enough that I can easily do a hopefully minimum. I believe it has to be at least minimum 3 inches deep. So if I can do a 3 inches deep dig with the parameters of a 12 by 10, I should be all set. And then from there, we're gonna have our foundation, right? So I just wanted to show you this little tidbit before I end the video. But if you're here, like and subscribe. There's more coming. Eventually, this is gonna, right? This is gonna be a nice setup for us. And actually, I'm gonna go in the shop and I'm gonna show you the difference, right? So right now we have, let's see, we have right here. So this is 10, right? 10, and let's see. So that's the 10 footer right there, right? So that's a 10, and then you have the rest of it going down, right? And that's 12. So sorry for a close up. We're gonna go inside the house, and I'm gonna show you my setup, how a 10 by 12 would look like when you take all my equipment that's already inside and put it all in there and see what spacing that's available. All right, cool. So I went inside the house, and this is a look at um my embroidery machine, right? My EM1010, and with the measure. So currently you're looking at, come on, focus. All right, so you're looking at 7 inches, almost to, hold on one second. Give me a quick second. Trying to work with one hand here. All right, cool. So let's get it set. All right, let me move my fingers out of the way. All right, cool. So this is my shop at 8 foot. As you can see, I still have tons of room with 8 foot that I can wiggle around, right? So hold on 1 second. I'm gonna push this a little bit further. Um, the tape measure is kind of giving me slight issues, but this is the shop from the embroidery machine all the way down here to my convention oven. It's almost, let's say it's about, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's, yeah, looks like it's saying 90. So my shop is about 93 inches long, right? And oh, sorry, I didn't show it to you. So this is the 93 inches, right? 93 inches long, almost 8 foot. Not bad. All right. So, all right, cool. This is the view from my single needle embroidery machine, right? So you have the view from my multi needle, and now this is the view from my single needle. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff here. It's a little cluttered because the spacing is small. But as you can see, right at the 8 foot mark, pretty much that's where my rack is. Right. So this is about. All right, guys. So like I said, the whole goal is to be. Where's it? Right here. It's to use that embroidery machine. Hopefully, I'm able to give you guys more content. But in light of what's going on, I may just stick to tutorials. But you saw how supposedly the office was supposed to look like. Um, chances are I may get to it next. Probably in, I'd say, about 4 months time. I'm gonna try my hardest to collect a little bit here and there. But in light of my situation, I may have to stop what I'm doing abruptly and just go straight to like the hospital for visits for routine stuff that I need to do. I don't want to say too much, but um, but yeah, in light of what's going on, that's basically the plan for the shop. Chances are it's probably gonna happen next year, but either way, the plan is there, and eventually it's going to happen. If you're seeing this in the future, by now you're probably seeing the second video. Go to it, and hopefully you're enjoying, um, which would be me actually putting together everything piece by piece. All right. If not, and hopefully if this is in the future, I'm looking at this, everything goes well. Pray for my family, the shop, um, and hopefully everything goes well. All right. Like and subscribe. This is Levi Pell. Um, Stay tuned for more. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're praying, and God bless you all.